Hey guys, Susanna here. I thought I'd come on today because I needed to do a project for a friend. When I go to England, I've made something for my brother, but I want to make something for a friend because I'm staying at her place as well. And I had something else in mind, but I thought, no, I'm going to have something like this for her. So I've painted it up using the Jane Davenport colours. So mainly, what colour is it? The Water Sprite and Sulph. And then what else did I use? I used a lot of this is a neutral palette. The cocoa and sand and spice, and even a little bit of mango and vitamin C. So the yellow was already there, just there, but I went over it a little bit. I'll show you. I thought I'm not going to show you how I painted it. I'll show you other ones that I've got. I'm taking these with me, and I'm going to they come like that. They have a bit of a colour, so they're Australian birds. So this is a wren. I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. So I've got a wren and the good old Australian budgie. So they come with a little bit of colour, and this is what you know, like you do to colour it in. And it's by I got it in Belan Quilt Shop. So cute. So these are I'm taking with me, and they're going to be a little gift for some people. It's Natalie. What is it? Natalie, oh, I can't say. Natalie Jane Parker. There we go. Natalie Jane Parker collection. There you go. Devonstone collection. Natalie Jane Parker. So I'm not sure where you can get them. Let's put these away. Hang ten. So what I was thinking of doing today. Where's my mat? So I've just finished painting it, so it's all dried. I just ironed it in. So I've got all these little bits and pieces of wool, and what else have I got? These bits and pieces as well. I've sort of got my little wool collection happening. Where is it? Just landed on the floor. Sorry guys. My little collection of wool. Might be a bit bright, but you just don't know. Might be nice for a bit of colour. I think that'll work really well. And that's going to be in the nest. I just thought it was perfect for that sort of thing. Don't you just love the little ant? Isn't it gorgeous? So cute. So yeah, I've got this as well. So I'll pick out some of the brighter colour. These are all the smaller bits, so I'll probably use some of these. Even got some of these which I might put in there because that's feathers. Might put that a little bit closer to the nest, but they're very sparse. Where are we? See how I'll just have to grab the little bits. I use these for my owl. Oop, here, look, paint. For my owl when I did the block of the month for the woodland, and I use these for the owl eyebrows. Really cute. Okay, so what I'll be doing today will be just a bit of couching and all that kind of stuff. So also how I'm going to take it with me, I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to put it in there like that. I've got this book. Love this book. It's an older one, I think 2017, 2018, something like that. And I made this type of thing for my brother. But I like the way she has done, where you wrap around, like you've just got the, what is it? That. And so I'm going to wrap around fabric around the outside, and then it shows you step by step, you know, like I'm gonna like gather that around and then pull it in. Some of the actual painting part will be covered, but I want to wrap around fabric, so Yeah, so it even shows you how to do it. So from this book I had ideas to have both the gifts that I'm going to be doing for my people that I'm staying with overseas. So, you know, as long as I would like to keep her signature, Natalie Parker, and so I'll probably go down. I have to keep that little guy. Yeah, I might stay at that length. So yeah, so I don't know, I'll have to find some fabric to wrap around. So when you do something like that, you actually wrap around this part, the bit with that in it, and then yeah, so you wrap all the way around there, and then that goes on the inside. So okay, so now I'm going to be finding some bits and pieces. Now while I am here, I thought I'd get the opportunity. My sale ends on this coming Wednesday at the 29th of March on 12 p.m. and I thought I'd just give a friendly reminder because everything is 25% off, and now's the time. If you're going to go onto my website, which is linked below, March sale, you put this in at the checkout. The discount won't come off until you put that in at the checkout. So yeah, 25% off everything. I thought I think this is getting posted on the Monday, so Wednesday the 29th at 12 p.m. that's Australian time, so that's when the sale ends. So I thought I'd give you you know, because I posted the original one last Wednesday. So yeah, go and grab yourself a bargain. I thought I'd just do a friendly reminder to remind you that the sale is still on, and grab it while you can, because more often than not people forget, and then I generally get people doing it the sales like a day after and then they miss out on the discount. So okay, well, I'm just putting my paints back. Oh, excuse me. And then I'm going to pick out some bits and pieces. So, oh, I do like that. They might be nice for the actual leaves. So it's going to be, apart from the blue, that might be really nice for that that wren on the body. It'd be nice to use up some of these bits and pieces because it just sort of looks a bit like a nest, doesn't it? Even that. So I'm going to, I've got some wool. I'll grab this. I think that might be a good thread for couching some stuff on. And then I'm going to grab a thick needle when you do couching. Okay, this is very unusual, but it sort of does remind me a little bit of what's here. So I might do that. So we're going to be, it actually reminds me of the feathers too. Ooh, see, I might keep that for that. Okay, I've got a little bit of that. It is pretty. Okay, so what have we got? Oh, here we go. This is one way of using up your threads and bits and pieces. I've had this idea of doing this with this piece for quite some time. I do like this. Actually, that might be nice on the tree, because gum nuts and that are really, they are that, gum trees really are that colour. Okay, so I might cut it off at that angle. Needs to be twisted that way, I think. Yep. And pulled out. Have it a little bit darker. Oh, that is nice. There you go, perfect. And then Okay, that's that. I think I'm going to have to, what I might do here is just glue this down for now. I will go over it, but for now that is just going to be glued down, and then I'm going to go over it with some, I might even just leave some painted stuff on there. You've got to have some painting. There we go. Love that. Love it. I might do the same for here. See what we've got. Okay. Now that needs to be a little bit lighter. Place with something that's a little bit lighter on the top. Like that. Perfect. Love that. Because Australian gum nuts really are that colour and texture. So I'm going to come back with some thread. I may not even get that one in by the time we do the circle. It may come in. I might have to do some thread stitching with that. Might have to give it a bit of a trim to sort of blend it in a little bit, and I'll do the same here. Okay, it's going to be very 3D. Now, this in the middle. Okay. See, the trouble is, it looks great when it's all together. They might be good for the leaves, but then when you pull it apart, I definitely do want to have some of that in there, so that will come a little bit later. What do we got? Is that too dark? Need something for in the middle. It's going to be a little bit textured and a bit all over the place. It's a real textile art piece. Maybe I should, I'm going to incorporate some of this with stitching, but it really does look good there, which I probably could put some of that in here as well. I'm going to incorporate some of that because they have feathers. They have feathers in their piece. So, and then a big mess is what this is. Where are we? There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is get this. So, just going to get a strong thread, which is this. This has been used for so many things, but it's the perfect colour for what I've got here. And I'm going to mix in something else with it. What have we got? Maybe some of that. But for now, I will just put these away, push them over, put that away, and we are going to work on this little part here. So, okay, so I'll start off with. Now it's not going to be a quick project, but it's going to be a fun one with lots of texture. And okay, so I'll probably start about here, and we're going to do it on that part, because on the feathery part it's not going to catch on. Okay, so grab that, and maybe you could even almost crinkle it in. So this is not really like couching, but holding it down, and I'm probably going to stick some stuff underneath it as well, giving this piece a whole heap of texture and dimension. It's going to look lovely on a wall. Yeah, this friend of mine, she lives in Australia, but she's got a house in Notting Hill, and I thought it would probably be nice to have a little bit of Australia on her wall in her house in Notting Hill. So hence I thought I'd make this. I was going to do this for myself, but I've got enough space. I mean, haven't got enough space to put everything on these walls, and I thought, well, I wanted to enjoy the creation of making it, and then my friend can have it, which I know she's not really particularly crafty, so she really appreciates. I've given her other pieces over the years, and she really appreciates this sort of stuff. I like that. Okay. Oop. So it's going to be, I might go down that way. Sorry, the piece is upside down. But I'm going to go down that way and just catch it, because the old saying, looks like a bird's nest, so bird's nests are messy, so it needs to be messy, some sort of construction to it, but still messy. That's the beauty of this, can't stuff up. Because you're after that messy look, which is awesome. Okay, and we don't want to cover the leaves, so we'll go. Love this. I'm definitely going to be got to stitch that down, and it's already mohair going everywhere. Okay, so no wrong way of stitching this on, because it's supposed to be a bird's nest. Okay. Hopefully you can sort of see what's happening. Well, I won't zoom it in because it's I don't want to get out of camera, but you can't really see what I'm doing where you are, but you got the idea that I'm just grabbing the bottom. Sometimes the bits catch, but you just flick it up with your needle. And I'm probably going to go back again, and then I'll have some other bits and pieces in between. So basically this is just going to be about a lot of layering and couching. Okay, might go back up again. me, I'm sure if you look at the back, it'll be very imperfect, very, you know, just straight normal stitches, no perfection there. Okay. Yeah, the middle just seemed fairly sparse and it needed something, you know, that was going to work, that looked a little bit messy. So, I mean, that's what birds make their nests out of. It's got leaves in there, so I'll highlight the leaves. Some of these leaves, I'm going to highlight some of them with embroidery. Where are we? Yep. Yeah. Okay. That'll do, like that, I think. Okay. Now come back in. It's catching, it's alright. And I might come back in with some actual wool, putting in and out. With this thing, it's just a matter of just starting, I think. And so you don't need to have this particular pattern or whatever. You could do this technique with, you know, if you've got a doily or whatever it is you got, because it is just a nest, so just use what you have. Now, since I've got that in there, I'm going to grab that big needle again, wherever it is. Here we go. And then I'm going to grab a bit of something. Oh, that might even be good for down here, I think. Yeah, I think I'll keep that piece. Okay, yeah, this is what it looks like underneath. All that painting, you can see. So I've done quite a bit. Now, that I probably want more of a grey, browny colour, or maybe some of that. Yeah. Okay, got my big-eyed needle. Now, I'm just going to cut some off, do a bit of a knot. Got to start somewhere. And then, okay. A bit of this too, which I really like. Oh, that would be really nice on the leaves, I think. Yep. See? Certain things go in certain places. So, kidoki. Now, we probably start here in the middle. And then I might grab this thread. Where does it end? There we go. And go through here. And we're just going to proceed to do a bit of couching. And having that lighter colour, you know, that I'm couching it with, it's a little bit lighter than what I've got it there. That adds to the texture of it. There we go. So it's just a matter of grabbing and throwing down. I just thought something would look nice, having something in between those two. Okay. this is what it will look like throughout. So as you can see, it's just going to be not a quick process, but a fun one. Yeah, so I need to get this done by the end of April. So got a month to finish it, which is doable, but then I've got, you know, all this other stuff. I originally was going to create this piece on the plane, which I'm still going to take with me and create, but I just thought I wanted to have something a little bit more special. Okay, move the feather. Okay, now we're going to go, I really do need to stitch that down. I thought we were going to go underneath and through underneath there. I might go up and come up, I think. Oh, pulled out some feather, because I think it sort of needs to go underneath a little bit. Okay. Yep. And this is true textile art. This is stuff everywhere. Okay. Go through, come up. Okay. Come up underneath. Now, with this, I'm wondering whether I might even just, because this has got its own thing, I might even be able to just, you know, come up and down. We'll see whether that be too thick or not. It's having a bit of texture in there. I think that'll work. And then I'll see whether I need to go over it again, because it's going to be in behind. I can probably get away with not having to couch it down. Yep. So I'm sort of doing like a backing stitch. There we go. There we go, pretty thick. That's all right. It's all good. Pretty messy. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to come out through here. Okay. And just fluff it, because I thought if I'm going to go in there and try and stitch, it's going to just catch up. It's going to catch all this feathery stuff and be a right pain. So I might finish this off. At the back here. Oop. And then come back Oh, where's the hole? I might even use this thread to stitch down the tree, because that's sort of getting in the way a little bit now. I might even see if I get some grey thread, to be honest. Look at that, see? Look at that. It really does come apart. So I think I probably need to work on these. Okay. So this thread is, I might come up here. And we could probably work on couching and doing some other stuff around here, like that maybe on the top. So how many minutes has it been? Oh, already 31 minutes, and I've barely done anything. Here we go. I'll show you. Here you go, nice and close. So what I'm going to do, I'll try with this first, but then I might come back in with some of this grey colour, and that is another browny grey colour between the brown and the grey. Maybe even in wool. That probably be better since it's wool anyway. Okay, hang 10. Even though we're on to 30 something minutes, I just want to see how this goes with the thin. Yep. Okay. Come out here. I might just grab it actually. See how I go with grabbing it down the bottom there to hold that in. And then I'm going to probably proceed to use some of that it'll hold it down, and hopefully enough that it holds it down but you don't see it. We will see how we go, because it definitely adds some really nice texture. I like that. Sometimes you can just fluke it. So that's holding it partially down. Almost like an invisible stitch, but not. There we go. Well, that's going to work, which is good. I want the fluffiness, but I don't want it to come off. It's got a little bit of the glue underneath, which is good. And I think this top part we won't see because that hoop is going to cover that. So I'm just wondering whether I just almost do like a bit of a running stitch just to hold it down. This is a matter of trial and error, this one. So what works? Yep. Okay, you got the drift. You're going to be seeing me struggle putting a thread in there. And Seems to hold it down. See, I surprised myself. So I'm going to go back down again, just catching the thread. Some smaller stitches, some bigger ones, because part of me likes the look that you can actually see it. Threads come out again. Yep, there we go. I like that. So see, it's sort of stitched down, and I'll come back through there too, which adds that little bit of texture. I like that. Okay, well, this is going to be a fun project. I'll be doing a little bit more behind the scenes, and I think we'll do this now, because as you can see, it's really coming up. So yeah, you can make some beautiful textured pieces with a lot of leftover little bits of wool, which I've just gotten from the thrift shop. You know, grandma's old leftover bits, but mainly I got them in the thrift shop. So okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget 25% off everything March sale, which is on until this Wednesday. So grab yourself a bargain while you still can. Why pay full price if you don't need to? Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.